So, right now, it's kind of weird times here in Australia. The economy feels kind of stuffed, and the cost of living due to food and rent is getting out of control. I don't know what it's like where you live, but yeah, that seems to be the reality for most people. However, I still feel like if you get a few things right when you're coming up early, or even a little bit later in life, so I'm in my early 30s, and I feel like even in your early 40s, if you changed or did these things right, you could still have a fair crack at it. So, first thing is for anyone that's getting into starting a business or doing a business on their own, please be very careful in business in regard to partnerships. I've spoken a little bit on this channel about how I previously had my own business. Um, I started this on, just bare bones and build it into something within the first 12 to 24 months. I got to a point where I needed to scale, and I brought someone who I'd known for a long time into this business. He was a mate of mine. And essentially, there was a fallout 12 months from there after I brought him on as an equal partner, which I shouldn't have done. And hey, I've learnt my mistake now, so when I go into business as another venture again, I'll know not to do this. But yeah, essentially, it started out great, and everything was even. Then all of a sudden, he started to show up to work late, didn't put in anywhere near as effort or as bigger hours, and of course, still expected the same outcome and rewards from this. So, yeah, please be careful in business. I'm not saying every business partnership goes this way, but always have an exit strategy for when things fall apart. Get that shit written down and agreed to by all parties. Otherwise, just do it by yourself. It'll end up much easier in the end, and you'll know that, you're going to reap the rewards of what you sow. Next thing I want to move on to is being careful in the choice of your significant other. Now, I won't make too much comment on the current dating world because I don't really know it. And I don't know how true half the stuff you see online is with men, women, red pill, blue pill, black pill, all that crap. But I'll say this much. I guess I got kind of lucky in the sense of when I met my now wife, I had nothing. I had probably $20 to my name. And we started out, got a cheap apartment, and I built myself from there. Of course, with her help. And I guess what I want to say is that even now that I've made my money and I'm quite comfortable in life, the greatest wealth and the greatest, I don't want to use the word asset because I feel like that'd be the wrong thing, but the wealthiest thing about my life is my wife and my child. They bring me more joy than what money ever would. And the smile on my child's face when I come home after a long day at work just reminds me how much it's really all worth it. So I think be careful in the partner that you choose to create life with and go through this life with, because I'm sure you've all heard horror stories, and people can do some terrible, terrible things to each other, unfortunately. So I'd advise take your time, don't rush this step, put whatever measures into place you need to. I don't really know what I'd do if I was a man that had made my money and was still in the dating game. I guess it just, it wouldn't be something that'd appease me. I suppose I'd be too scarce on money, and I don't know if that'd, really be the situation that I'd want to be in. From here, the next thing I'll say is please don't over leverage yourself with debt if you want to get ahead in this life. For the longest time, I still see people buying $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 cars. They're out every single weekend at the club carrying on, and they got like $50 to their name until next pay week, and there's another 6 days left in the week. Please don't over leverage yourself. Learn financial education while you're young. That's a massive key. I wish I had started earlier, but I still did alright with the time that I had. And I've still got plenty of time left. I'm quite comfortable. And if you start when you're younger, just put that little bit aside every single pay week. You'll do well for yourself. Stick to a budget and invest. Don't worry about all the shiny, flashy shit. You don't need it. And at the end of the day, it's not going to count for anything. After all, living the simple life is quite difficult, but I promise you, keeping up with your neighbours won't do you any good. As the saying goes, keeping up with the Joneses. Just because your neighbour's got a brand new car doesn't mean you would need one. The last step I would say is, what value can you give back or bring to society? And I'm not really talking about work. All jobs suck. Find something that's bearable and then that pays well, of course. So something that's bearable and pays well, and find another way to give back. For instance, I'd like to think that I'm trying to help people, even if I just change one person's perspective with this YouTube channel. I feel like the job's done. So what is it that you can do? Maybe you've got a skill that no one else can do. You might help your neighbour out, I don't know, plant a tree, or fix that old lady across the road's tap or shower that's leaking. Just spend time in the community. Get offline for a little bit. You know, walk outside, touch grass, all that stuff. Get some sun in. And yeah, reconnect with people. After all, you know, money is just, it's not the greatest thing in the world. Don't just chase the money. Make those important connections with your family. Get some good friends. You only need a handful of good friends in your life. I've had plenty of people stab me in the back, and I'm still out here. And you know, if someone presents himself and you can build that friendship, give it a chance. You never know the people that you'll meet. Give it a chance. Get back out into the community and do something for the community. You know, even if you just donate a day a month to a charity or something, or like a food drive and help out somewhere. After all, why else do we bother with society if we can't help each other? What's the point of it all? Once again, if you're one of my subscribers, thank you very much. I'm quite impressed with how far along this channel's gotten, and I couldn't do it without you guys. So the comments, it all just keeps me motivated to keep on going and trying to upload and help where I can. If you're not already subscribed, please do consider. And if you really got something out of this, hey, maybe click that buy me a coffee button, drop me $1 or $2. Thank you for your time, and until the next video, have a great day, and yeah, just don't forget these few simple tips, and I think you'll go far and you'll do well. Cheers.